Navigating independent education evaluations, empowering families to advocate effectively. Applicable law, the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. What is the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act? It's a federal law that supports special education by ensuring students aged 3 through 21 have the right to a free, appropriate public education, a FAPE, and ensuring students learn in the typical classroom or the least restrictive environment, the LRE, as much as possible. Eligibility and evaluations under the IDEA. There are 13 qualifying disabilities that a student must be determined to fall within in order to be found eligible under the IDEA. They are autism, deaf blindness, deafness, emotional disturbance, hearing impairment, intellectual disability, multiple disabilities, orthopedic or other health impairment, specific learning disability, speech or language impairment, traumatic brain injury, visual impairment, including blindness, and developmental delay for ages 3 through 8. Once a student is found to be qualified under one of these 13 categories, then they must also be found to be in need of related and special education services. Evaluations are the foundation of special education. They drive and determine eligibility for services and supports. They identify a child's unique needs, and they are the basis for developing an appropriate individualized education program, the IEP. How do IEEs affect me? If a school has evaluated your child and found that they do or do not meet the requirements for determining eligibility and you disagree, you have the right to request an IEE. There is no requirement to explain why you disagree. However, you must act without unnecessary delay. When should you request an IEE? When there is a disagreement with the school's results from their evaluations, or if the school's evaluations appear to be incomplete or inaccurate, or if there appears to be bias or concerns about the school's evaluators' qualifications, or if there's changes in the child's needs that are not reflected in the school's evaluation. An independent education evaluation is an assessment conducted by a qualified professional not employed by the school. It's requested when parents disagree with the school's evaluation and paid for by the school district at public expense in many cases. It is unbiased and needs focused. Let's talk about paying for the IEE. Using the IEE results at the IEP table. The IEE must be considered by the IEP team. It may support additional services, accommodations, or placements. It strengthens advocacy for appropriate programming. Make sure to request that the school district pay for an evaluator to attend the meeting and present the IEE. Parents have the right to an IEE at public expense. The school must pay for the full cost of the evaluation or ensure that the evaluation is otherwise provided at no cost to the parent. What to expect when asking for an IEE. You should receive prior written notice of a district established criteria. This could include qualifications of the examiner, the location of the examination, and a fee schedule. You can choose your own evaluator, but they must be approved by the district for you to be reimbursed. What if the school district denies your request for an IEE? The district must file a due process complaint, And at the due process hearing, the hearing officer must find that the school's evaluation was appropriate in order to refuse payment. If the school's evaluation is found to be appropriate, the parent still has a right to an independent evaluation, but not at public expense. If a parent obtains a private evaluation, the results must be considered by the individualized education program team in any decision made with respect to the provision of a free, appropriate public education, the FAPE, and may be presented by any party as evidence in the event of a due process complaint. In all, IEEs can be useful tools. They can help if disagreements arise between parents and the individualized education program team, and they may prevent lengthier dispute resolution procedures. Learn more at advocacydenver.org. Thank you.